Hey guys, Dietrick here from Fitness Quest, and I've got a hockey tip of the week for you. And today we're looking at hip mobility. If you're a hockey player, especially if you're a goalie, you know how important your hip mobility is, especially internal rotation. That's what we're gonna look at today. If you're a goalie and you flop down into your butterfly position, that is prime time internal rotation of your femur right there, okay? So you gotta make sure that you're mobile in this position. Now, if you're tight there, like a lot of athletes are, a lot of goalies I see, they're tight in this position, you got to make sure that you're mobile there to prevent injury, one, and then two, to make sure that you're more efficient in the crease. So the first exercise you're going to do is a banded distraction. So I have a band that's about 1.25 inches, 1.5 inches thick, and you're going to loop it around a sturdy pole just like this one here. Bring it over your hip in this position, and you're going to come back into a lunge so your knee is on the ground, okay? So what it's doing is pulling my femur forward into that hip socket, and I'm going to rotate my shin off to the side so my femur is then into internal rotation. From there, I want you to reach over the top so you can sink more into that internal rotation, then reach back towards your heel. Now, wherever you are most tight, I want you to hold that position at least for 90 seconds to 2 minutes to create newfound range of motion in that internal rotation. Okay, so that's the first one. Again, you do this 90 seconds to 2 minutes per leg, okay? So that's the first banded distraction exercise. Second one you're gonna do is a ground-based exercise where you're laying on your back, your feet are set outside of your hips, and you're going to knock your knees together and then come apart. That's the name of the exercise, knock knees. So you're gonna find a position where you can get as close as possible to knocking your knees and then come apart. And I want you to do each of these repetitions and hold for at least 3 to 5 seconds. Focus on your breathing. Make sure you're breathing nice and deep and try to get a little bit closer each time. I don't want you rushing through this exercise going as quick as you can. Make sure you hold for a few seconds and then come apart, just like that. Again, try to get a little bit closer each time. Do this exercise for 90 seconds to 2 minutes. Next one are called windshield wipers. You're gonna be back on your hands, chest is off the ground, and you're just gonna rotate your knees to one side and then to the other side, just like that. And what you're trying to do is you're trying to get the leg that's in internal rotation, get that knee to the ground, and then switch sides. Now, for most athletes, this exercise, you can tell which hip is more mobile than the other. I can tell right now that my right hip is a little bit tighter than my left leg, so I'm gonna do this exercise and really try to get more mobile, okay? So that's the next one, windshield wipers. Finally, the last exercise you're going to do are called knock knees, but on a stability ball. So you're gonna bring your upper back onto a ball, and you're going to simultaneously drop your hips and knock your knees together at the same time. Then lift all the way up to the top. Hands are right by your ears, nice and soft. Drop your hips down all the way, knock those knees together, and then come back up. Again, nice controlled motion, 3 to 5 seconds between each repetition. Do this exercise for about 90 seconds to 2 minutes. You're gonna feel even more of a stretch than the ground-based knock knees because you get to drop your hips in this one. So those are a few exercises between the band, the ground-based exercises, and the stability ball to work on hip internal rotation. If you're a goalie out there trying to gain an edge, become more efficient in the crease, and resist any overuse injuries, I recommend doing all these exercises before your workout, before your dynamic warm-up. Do your foam rolling, do your mobility exercises, and then get after it. So thanks for checking out my exercises today, and I'll see you next time.